Time for a look at our today's special value, and if it wasn't good enough that last year when these disc lights were introduced from Energizer, they are 20 lumens. They were beautiful. They made making your home and your patio and backyard look so pretty. They upped the ante by bringing, for the very first time, color change technology. So now those same lights that you saw there in the white can change to blue, to red, or to green and back, and you get 8 of them at today's special value price of $74.98. It is about adding that uplighting to your patio and garden. It's something that transforms the look of your home and your space and gives you lots of versatility without any hard wiring and without having to call an electrician. We have a black, we have brown, or we have gray for you to choose from. And then down in front of us, that's what your offer is. You get 8 of these at a price of $74.98. It works out with shipping and handling divided by 8 to $10 per disc light. The effect though, when we bring the lights down, is where you'll see the drama, because at the end of the day, after these have been out collecting the power from the sun starts to set, and then look what happens. Automatically, these lights are going to come on and illuminate your space. We have Nick Antolik here to illuminate us on everything Energizer. Welcome back. Nice to work with you again.
It's great to be here.
Are you sick of me yet?
Never, 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 never.
So, Nick, first off, Energizer, you know, is the company that we know the name. We know as soon as you hear Energizer, you think about that little bunny that kept going and going, and guess what? The bunny is still going. The technology is still going and still evolving, and that's what we love about Energizer.
Over 100 years, a company that sells 6 billion batteries a year. Who better to power your solar products? We've all had that experience where they start out bright and then kind of fade away, or it's not a great construction, you have to replace them again and again. The Energizer battery and the Energizer quality is the difference. Now, what we have that's so exciting here is, of the 10 million lights that you mentioned that we've sold, a large majority are those lantern lights with the stakes. Look great, but they're shining down on the ground. What we're doing is turning things upside down. Launched it last year for vertical lighting. Each of these lights is going to give 20 lumens of light, and not only up at the top, right underneath that solar crystalline panel, but also on the side for 360-degree illumination on the ground as well. Big thing here though is the 20 lumens. When the lights first come on, well, that's going to maintain after 8 hours at 90%. So finally you have the look of professionally installed lights, but you have the benefits of solar.
Well, let's show them what that light cast looks like, and then we'll start walking around so you can see how we use them in our home. And I'd love to show your house as well.
Oh, great.
Nick.
Yeah, and so this is what we were talking about. You can see the light down on the ground a little bit over here. That's that traditional lantern. By flipping it upside down and having 20 lumens of light, imagine this vertical wall is your plants, your shrubs, the side of your house, the architecture. And now, for the first time ever, we're able to take that, change the colors, and whether it's a holiday, a special sports team, or just your favorite color, you're going to be truly impressed at how you can light your home. And this really, because we're taking them out of the ground, now you can put them tabletop, have some fun with it, decorate and style your home in ways you've never been able to do before.
All right, so Nick, you took these home and decorated the outside of your home, and we're going to see the front of Nick's home as well as the back, and what a beautiful example of what light can do to a space. I think we all know it. Look at how your beautiful home in the before and the after.
It was so fun, and you're going to get to do the same thing. I snapped a quick picture. 10 minutes later, coming charged right out of the box, the front yard lit up. On the backyard, again, I couldn't do this before because you couldn't stake them in the ground. Now I put those lights out. It immediately gives you some great ambience. Look at the architecture of the house. That back wall being lit up is going to give a lot of comfortable light for you to enjoy your space, big or small. And
again, with the color change, whether it is your favorite sports team or whether it's graduation, you're celebrating school colors. Our pool turns colors, so we love to have, like, you know, the pool turn really bright blue. And then imagine being able to decorate with blue lights around your space as well, or you can have them and enjoy them year-round in the white. In our room, of course, we've used multiple sets, and we encourage you to think about multiples as you look at and think of some of the places that you might use them. But from your borders to even just using these as task lights to let people know that, hey, there's a step up there at the, you know, at the edge of the property.
It's incredible. I mean, taking that away and putting it back there, you see what a difference. And this is what we're talking about. Anytime you have a vertical elevation here, that's what's really going to grab the light so well. And there's so many different ways. So you talked about safety with having light. Specifically, though, function on the grounds, on the steps. The front door is just a perfect example of how you guys are going to be able to style this, because when you think about this, like you saw in my house, having the lights out there is going to make a huge impact, and 20 lumens of light is really, really powerful.
Beautiful. And again, you get 8 of them. So there we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
To cover this little area, and that's in the planter, on the ground, on both sides of the door, in front of these little pots that we have. So that's one set. That's why we're encouraging you to think about that second set, and you can get that second set home on your credit card for $18.75. So put them in the cart, get multiples, and when you decide how you're going to use them, when they come to you, you can put them out, change them, and move them around. Have a good time decorating with these.
Super simple and easy to use. I have a single button on the back to get that color, so whatever holiday it is today, that red, white, and blue, you set these out and it's just fun. Now, for me, 90% of the time, I'm using this classic warm white, but you're going to be able to put them in places like your window box, right? Think about the places where you don't have electricity.
Oh, I love that, at the window box.
The window box. Underneath. Oh, this is actually fun. We actually can take a planted vase. Now, obviously, you wouldn't do this during the day for them to charge, but we can put it on there, and it's really going to just highlight that, give that vase a beautiful glow.
Very pretty for all the outdoor entertaining, the showers, the family reunions, the weddings. If you're doing an outside wedding and you're doing your own lighting, this would be perfect for this. So once again, here's one set in our flower beds.
That's right.
Kind of illuminating the corners of the flower bed, giving you kind of a carved out look at where the edge of this with the stones runs, and then highlighting some of the shrubs in this.
Absolutely. And look at this. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's professional. But if you look outside in the middle of the night and see pitch black, you are going to be really impressed at how you can use these lights. Now, if this was staked directly in the ground, the great thing about these lights is with that 360-degree illumination, I'll have about 12 feet to throw this way. But because I can take that stake, put it in the ground, look at that before and after, guys. There, beautiful flowers that you're going to see all night long. At pitch black, those are completely gone. So I put that in there. Look at the way it lights it up and just really helps you enjoy the space even more.
Well, as we continue to show you all these, I hope you'll think about the places that you'd like to do them and decide what spacing you want for your patio and garden. Like we have 8, one set in our driveway. So on both sides of our 2-car garage, we've got 4 of these illuminating the driveway. And spaced out like this, they're perfect. I love the distance and the spacing here.
The big thing, it looks professional.
It
The QVC set is gorgeous, right? These lights fit whatever scenario they're going in because they look professional. During the day, they completely disappear. And that shot right there, to me, is the biggest game changer, because look at the way the vertical light is really shining and highlighting that brick wall there, the planter vase. And Jane, I feel like this is like a flashlight presentation, because you can see just how bright that light really is. 20 lumens is huge when it comes to solar, and now you're going to be able to have that each and every night with a bright, consistent glow.
And maintains that glow.
So important.
For 90% of the time. So I love that as well. So we'll show you what they look like again and give you your choices of colors. There is no maintenance, Nick, with this. You just literally...
None whatsoever. And again, I don't want to bash the other guys from the big box store, but if you have been disappointed, Energizer is giving a 2-year manufacturer's warranty on this. Out in the sun, out in the snow, it is unheard of, and it all goes back to that quality.
Well, and think about it too. A lot of times you'll see things that look similar, but if it's not the name brand, then you don't know what you're getting.
Brand new technology.
This is Energizer. This is the brand with the bunny who keeps going and going and going. And when we're thinking about, there he is.
He's dancing on the lights there.
He has been going for how many years? 100 years?
It's well over 100. I should have that number. I'll want to look it up. I'll let you know.
And again, what it means to me is, confidence and in quality, confidence that I know that I'm getting the latest and greatest technology. So this is the black, this is the brown, and then we also have the gray. So if you have other solar lights that you want to coordinate the housing with, then you have the choice of doing that. And the gray has been the most limited. We have 2,900 remaining in the gray for the rest of the day.
I love this. If you have stone, if you're putting this on a deck, patio, steps, it works really well on Trex deck. The other thing here is I'll show you exactly what you do when you get it home. So 2 ways to use it. Right out of the box, these come fully charged. There's an on-off switch, and then the button that you're going to use to change the colors. If I'm setting this flat on a surface, it's not going to blow away in the wind. It sits there perfectly stationary. If you wanted to put an adhesive strip on there, you could do that as well. And then the stake comes in 2 pieces. You snap those together, and that is literally it.
The
Stake
size
it in the ground,
of
and
the
you're good
disc
to go.
is what? About 5 inches?
A little over 5 inches across. And hidden behind here, honestly, it's really tough to see, but that's that solar crystalline panel. And again, battery is definitely the most important, but all the components that they're using, this light is going to grab the sun's energy, even on an overcast day, and fully charge that Energizer solar battery. What I love also is I stake this into the ground, it completely disappears. Mulch can go up around it. They're really, really strong and sturdy, survive the elements. But this is going to give you the glow without having to set any timers or bury any wires.
And what time is the sun setting?
Right now.
Right now. So when the sun sets, guess what? This is going to come on and illuminate your home to give you that beautiful look that we saw with Nick's gorgeous home, to make your home feel like the prettiest house in the neighborhood. When you drive neighborhoods, and I do this all the time because I love homes and I love architecture, seeing what people do and how they decorate. The ones that always look the best and are most eye-catching at night are the ones that have the best lighting.
That's right.
And they're, from a security standpoint, they'll always tell you the best way to protect your home is to make sure it's well lit outside. So Nick took a set of these for the front of his house and transformed it, a set for the back of his house and transformed it, and you can do the same thing. When you get your order home, they're already going to be charged up, and wait till the nighttime.
That's right.
Go outside with a glass of wine and watch the transformation. Do a before picture and then do an after picture of what your house looks like.
Yeah, and it made a huge difference. And then this year, I just got these samples about 2 weeks ago. It was so much fun. I have this little privacy wall. It's like a pallet wall, and the light just glows straight through it. I was blown away. But you can see the plants in the background, that tall tree, the light completely climbs up it. And that's what we're talking about here. During the day in that before picture, these lights completely disappear. What you're looking at is the light that it casts, and shining it up from the ground. That 360-degree technology is going to make a huge impact in your space.
Low profile, and again, if you're, your gardeners probably are, or if you're the one that's cutting the grass, you can see them, so you know to cut around them.
Absolutely.
If you have someone coming to cut the grass, just give them a heads up, hey, watch my lights. But for the most part, these are really low profile.
I mow right over top of them, no problem. I try not to hit them with the wheel, but weed whacking over top of them, I leave them staked in the ground. The big thing for me, though, is most of the places that I have them is in the mulch beds. I have mulch beds lining, so I don't have to worry about that, because the closer you put it to that vertical surface, that's what we're going to see.
Light,
because we're not looking at the lights right now, or at the fixture. We're looking at the light that it casts, and it makes such a huge difference when you place this light in here on the tree, right? Perfect example here is this tree. Now it looks gorgeous up here. If I take that away, you're not seeing it.
No,
Now it just got all
it's a
dark
dead
there.
spot.
Place that in there and really have fun with how you can style.
Well, and again, you get 8 of them. Just to give you an idea, that's what we have in this little area.
That's right.
So there's 3 here doing that color change, Americana, red, white, and blue. 1 in the pot, 2 here, 1 uplight for the front of this pot and 1 uplight for the tree. And then we have some safety lights on the corner of the stairs. So you get the full, you know, kind of look at what one set can do to the front of your house. But then think outside of the box.
Yeah.
Literally, like the shadow box or window box.